Hi, I'm Karen, and I'm here to give you a quick tour of BillTrack50.com and show you how you can use it to quickly and easily research bills in front of all 50 states and Congress. Come take a look. To start, simply come to BillTrack50.com and come up here and register to create a new account. It's quick and painless. All we ask for is your name, email address, a screen name to use for comments, and you set your own password. Hit Next. You can review our privacy policy and terms of use. Done, and you're here on the home screen. You now have two options: Quick Search, which is completely free to use, or New Bill Sheet, which lets you save a query and set alerts, and also be able to share the bills publicly or privately. Let's look at the Quick Search today. The screen to do a quick search is hopefully just exactly what you would expect. First, you enter what states you're interested in, or you can hit this little plus button to check off individual states, or click up here to get all of the states. Notice that down here under U.S. is United States, and these are the bills in front of Congress right now. So you can include federal or not, depending on what you need. Next up, we would add keywords. This is a Google-like set of boxes to help you narrow down and find bills that you're interested in. Let's say we'd like to know more about hydraulic fracturing. Whether we're for it or against it, we need to know about it. So hydraulic fracturing is a phrase. I'll put it in quotes. And I can also add oil and gas so that I make sure that I get the bills that are relevant to what I need. I can also exclude, for example, doctor, so I don't get fractured bones. So you don't need commas or anything, or and, or anything like that. Just put the list of words that you would like to be all contained in the bill. Any of will pick up bills that have any of the words in these boxes, and none of excludes bills that contain these words to save you time. You can also filter by specific sponsors if you have a specific legislator you want to look at, or if you already know your bill number, you can just come down here and look for it this way. Keywords is going to be the most normal way, so that's what we're going to do to start. Once I say search, it starts searching for the bills that meet these criteria. And you've got to give it a minute because, believe it or not, over 125,000 bills have been introduced across all of the states so far this year. When it's done, it'll come back with this grid full of bills that you might be interested in. So I've got 107 bills that contain these words and don't contain the word doctor. In this grid, I can see what state they're from, what the bill number is, the name of the bill, a little bit of a summary, the latest action date, and I can sort by any of these columns just by clicking on the column. Then I can, if I find a bill that I think is interesting, what's California doing about hydraulic fracturing, I can click on the little bill and it takes me off to the bill page. Here on this page, you can see the basic information about the bill, including the summary and the sponsors, which we will come back to. Also, you can see how many people have been reading this bill, so you can see how interesting it is to the public. You can read the whole entire bill text. You can look at different versions of the bill, so you can see how it was introduced, and you can compare that to how they amended it and see the differences. You can look at the action history, which lets you see, what's going on with the bill and if it died in committee or if it's still going. You can see the vote history, so you can see how it's going, and if you click on one of the votes, you can see the actual roll call for how individual people voted, and you can click on any of these people to go see more about them. And you can see the associated documents, which will direct you back to the state websites. Going back to the summary page, anytime you see a person's name, it's clickable. So let's go click on Roger and see what his story is. So here he is, and here is all of his contact information. Here's his email, links to his Facebook page and his official pages. Here's other bills he's sponsored, which you can click on and go read. Here's the committees he's on, his staff, and a little bio about him. So that should give you everything you need if you need to reach out to Roger. And that's pretty much the whole system. All of the bills, read the bills, find out about the bills, and then engage with your representatives. So that's the whole system. I hope you find it useful, and please feel free to write to me with any suggestions or questions or comments. Karen@legination.com. Thanks. Give it a try.